go back to that Memphis game and the struggles in the very first game of the season. How frustrating was that, and what were you guys thinking about this offense after that game?
I don't think we were necessarily frustrated. We were disappointed. You always want to win every game you play, and that didn't happen that day. But we're just trying to find our groove and getting the hang of things. And so I don't think we were frustrated at that point. We were just disappointed we didn't execute better and get the win. But I think we've improved throughout the season, though.
Where do you think you guys have improved the most? I mean, what's been the most growth for this line?
Definitely handling movement. That's kind of what got us at Memphis. They did a lot of stunts and a lot of different pressure packages and stuff, and we didn't necessarily handle that as well as we could have. So I think just seeing those exotic looks and recognizing them and being able to pick them up, we've gotten a lot better at that throughout the year. And a lot of that is just, first game in Memphis, the defense coordinator came from Marshall. So, you couldn't really watch the Memphis personnel with the Marshall blitz packages and all stuff like that. But, as the season goes further, everybody's got more film to you can study and kind of get a better idea of what everybody's doing.
Would you have guessed you would have had 400 yards against Russian in 2 weeks in a row after that first game?
Yeah, no, that's a lot. That's insane, actually. You don't see that a lot. Running for 400 yards on anybody is you just don't see that anymore. Especially not number one team in the country in LSU, and they had a really good defense both schematically and personnel wise. So that was really impressive, I thought, and that was kind of shocking, actually.
Well, you got all those freshmen in the backfield now with John Rice and Snoop and Jerry, and they're pretty special talents. Does it change how y'all approach things up front any, or does it give you motivation or to do a little better? Or
I mean, it doesn't change how we approach things, but I mean, we're definitely aware of how elusive those guys are in the backfield, and maybe a hole that an average running back would hit and get 4 or 5 yards. I mean, John Rice or one of them could hit and, they can go for 60. And so we definitely understand that just, the speed and agility and just everything they've got in that backfield. We got some really special young guys in the backfield that, I think are going to be really, really special for this program moving forward down the road.
This will be your first where you're the guy at center against Mississippi State, right?
Yep.
And what's your thoughts of this game?
I'm excited. It's probably it is the biggest game I've ever played in. I've been playing football since I was a small child, so it's definitely the biggest game I've ever played in. You always grow up watching the Egg Bowl and everything, and it's basically the Super Bowl for the state of Mississippi. Everybody sits on the couch and watches the game on Thanksgiving night, and depending on how that game goes, depends who talks trash for the rest of the year. So I'm very, very, very excited. It's hard to even put into words how excited I am for next Thursday night.
What was the locker room like for you guys after that game last year? What would y'all talk about in there?
After the Egg Bowl last year? Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of the end of the year, so everybody just kind of gave their goodbye hugs and, hugged the seniors and everything and just kind of left. It wasn't really anything I can remember specific.
Well, does this game, I guess, have more meaning because of how you guys lost last year?
I think this is one of the games that it's going to have meaning regardless of what the circumstances are. With last year, with they kind of got after us and you had the fight and everything. And so, I don't think that changes how we approach it. It's Egg Bowl. It's the biggest game in the state of Mississippi all year. So, regardless what happened last year or 5 years ago, I mean, it's a huge one. So I don't necessarily think that changes it, but it doesn't. I mean, it's still the biggest game of the year by far. It's different, because every time you can strap up on Saturday and play at this level is special. But it's just you can't compare anyone to this one.
Have the coaches said anything to y'all about the fight from last year and kind of controlling things this year? Has that come up at all?
No.
No?